Let's talk about scheduling and automation. To get started, you can just click the big runtime button up here at upper left, and that will put you into runtime mode where your schedule is running. And so the idea is you set up a bunch of activities, and when you're ready to leave for the day, you click that button and your laptop or your desktop will work through the night or run continuously and do all of the things that you asked it to do. The other thing you need to know is that before you go too far, you're going to want to set up your snapshot preferences and be sure that you have some content folders and local folders and chatter groups and email groups as well, so that as reports become available, you can mail them out or you can save them to a folder or do whatever you want to remember them as that information becomes available. So a good way to get started with automation is to start with a snapshot. Take a snapshot here. You can set it up in all the ways that you're used to selecting assets, but instead of clicking the Take Snapshot button, we're going to schedule the snapshot. So we could schedule a one-time event or a recurring event. It could be for any time that we want, and take a snapshot, and you could say, hey, after that, I want to save the snapshot to a content folder, whichever one I want. So just like that, we've set up a one-time event to take a snapshot, and then the next thing we want to do is to save that snapshot data to a content folder. So let's see how that works. So when you click the runtime button, it goes into runtime mode, and you see what the events are, that there's take a snapshot. Let's go ahead and test that and see how it works. So the test button will do a one-time event and step down that list without having to wait for the time. Okay, there we go. We've taken the snapshot, and now let's save that snapshot to the content folder. We'll go ahead and click the test button again. And just like that, it shows us everything that's happening over here on the event log. And now when all of my events are done, you'll see that they're all in green here. Let's go ahead and leave runtime mode. Now another thing that we can do is we can schedule a deployment. So let me show you how to do that. You just double click a deployment arrow and set the deployment up in the way that you normally would with some create and delete assets. Go to the deploy interface, but instead of actually doing the deployment, just go right on to schedule the deployment. So now we can say, hey, this is a one-time event. You can give it whatever date you want, and you can give it a time, send the results in an email to myself no matter what. Now when you click the runtime button, you'll see that I'm going to take a snapshot, I'm going to save the snapshot to a content folder, and then I'm going to deploy some metadata. So very, very easy to set up deployments and snapshots. It's also easy to set up reports. Let me show you how to do that. So basically you just right-click any snapshot that you want to take a report on and choose the report that you're interested in. Let's choose Data Dictionary, and be sure your report is all set up the way you want. You can display the report, and that will show you what it's going to look like, and then you can schedule it. And you can either give it a time to do the report, or you can say do the report after every new snapshot. So for example, we're going to send a PDF in email to myself. Now when we go into runtime mode, you'll see the Data Dictionary report happens in sequence after the snapshot is taken. Okay, so that's a quick overview of scheduling and automation. The only other thing to mention is that people like to set up desktop computers that run the reports continually, and they also like to set up remote desktop servers, on Azure or something like that, where you can run this on the cloud and do the same thing with it. Thank you very much.